Directive Principles of State Policy. Do you know what a welfare state is? Those who framed the Indian Constitution dreamt of establishing a welfare state where citizens are guaranteed employment. There is fair distribution of wealth, equal opportunities are provided to all, and a certain healthy standard of living is maintained. In a welfare state, the state is responsible for the welfare of its people. In 1949, the framers of our Constitution could not fulfill the dream of a welfare state. This happened because India had only recently been freed from 200 years of foreign rule. In order to fulfill this dream, they laid down certain guidelines in the Constitution for all future governments to follow. These guidelines are known as the Directive Principles of State Policy. The central, state and local governments are expected to follow them to ensure every citizen has basic economic and social rights. The Directive Principles of State Policy are divided into three categories. They are Principles Promoting Economic Equality, Gandhian Principles Promoting Economic and Social Development, and General Principles. Economic equality can be achieved by fair and equitable distribution of wealth and material resources. All citizens must have adequate means of livelihood and a decent standard of living. All citizens should have the right to work, so there is no unemployment. Men and women should get equal pay for equal work. The old, sick, unemployed, and those with special needs should receive financial assistance. All workers should have a living wage, which means that they should be able to afford basic necessities with their salary. Children should be protected against exploitation. The Gandhian principles are based on the plan laid out by Gandhiji for social development. According to this, free and compulsory education should be provided for all children up to the age of 14. Gandhian principles also dictate that cottage industries should be promoted. Agriculture and animal husbandry should be modernized, and slaughter of cattle should be prevented. The education and economic interests of special groups like scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and the weaker groups of society should be promoted. Nutrition and health condition of the people should be improved. People should be prevented from consuming harmful drugs. Village panchayats should be established. The general principles direct the government to promote international security and peace. They advocate maintenance of just and honorable relations with other countries. The general principles promote provision of free legal aid to needy citizens to impart justice, the protection of forests, wildlife, environment, and national monuments. Efforts have been made by all governments to implement some of the directive principles. Free and compulsory education for all children between 6 and 14 years has been made into a fundamental right. The central and state governments have established welfare schemes for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. The central government has passed many employment schemes. A law has been passed guaranteeing equal pay for equal work. Many laws have been introduced promoting land distribution among farmers and the poor. Much has been achieved, but we are still far from our goal of achieving a welfare state. It will take sincere efforts by the government and cooperation of the people to realize the dream of a welfare state.